Tonight, a nearly 6-hour intense manhunt for a suspect accused of killing a Brazoria County deputy is over after a K9 found the suspect hiding in a dumpster. That led to a shootout that ended with the suspect dead and the K9 wounded. We have extensive team coverage for you tonight with more on the deputy, the K9's condition, and the suspect's violent history. Leading us off is Anayeli Ruiz. You witnessed much of this go down today, Anayeli.
Well, that's right. We were in the same parking lot when the shots rang out. We were actually down that way. Everyone rushed out here to the scene, and this is where it all ended. This was a moment officers rushed to the scene at around 5 p.m. today. Investigators say they shot and killed 56-year-old Robert Lee Davis, the suspect wanted for killing a deputy.
The bad guy was a bad guy. And it's unfortunate that it was a tragic end like this.
It all started at around 11 a.m. when the U.S. Marshals Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force served an arrest warrant at a shopping center off Estella Link near 610. They surrounded this truck Davis was in. Surveillance video shows Davis was the passenger jumping out and allegedly shooting Deputy Jesus Vargas, a 17-year veteran. Davis then ran away.
The driver cooperated. He came back into and got interviewed, so we don't suspect him with any other involvement other than giving the suspect a ride.
Officers searched the area for hours, and witnesses here tell us they saw the suspect as he walked in front of their store, but they never imagined he was still here on the same property. As officers were conducting a second sweep of the area, Rocky, a U.S. Marshal K9, alerted officers to Davis hiding in a dumpster behind the same shopping center. The guy was hiding underneath trash?
Yes, in a dumpster.
Tons of it.
Tons of it.
And the dog?
Alerted
And dug in there, and that's when he shot the dog.
Davis shot the K9 twice. Officers returned fire, killing Davis inside the dumpster. Immediately, they rushed to Rocky's aid, the K9. A DPS chopper landed nearby to transport Rocky to an animal hospital for treatment.
But when you come in and you try to injure one of us, injure an animal, we're trained to make sure that we take care of business.
We lost a hero today. We almost lost two.
Well, the medical examiner just arrived less than an hour ago to transport the suspect's body back to their office. As for the officer that was shot today, his body has already been taken to the ME's office. And of course, we're waiting for information pending on those funeral arrangements. Reporting live, Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
Anayeli detailing both the harrowing and devastating day it was. Thank you.
All right, now to Matt Doherty. Matt, what are we learning about the fallen deputy and the family he leaves behind?
This is the spot where the deputy was shot and killed. He'd worked for the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office for 17 years. He leaves behind a wife and 3 kids. Deputy Vargas was working with the U.S. Marshals Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force. He joined the task force about a year ago and served in several key roles, according to authorities. At 3:30 this afternoon, law enforcement officers lined the sidewalk outside of Bentob Hospital's emergency entrance as the deputy's flag-draped body was taken from the hospital. A lengthy procession followed as the deputy's body was transported to the medical examiner's office. Houston's police chief shared his condolences after the suspect was killed.
Lost his life doing the Lord's work, like I said earlier, keeping the bad guys off the street. It's an unfortunate event. I had the privilege of meeting the wife, and I gave her my word that we would find this guy today.
The Brazoria County Sheriff's Office issued a statement which reads in part, quote, "Deputy Vargas was a dedicated public servant, known for his integrity, compassion, and commitment to our community. He was more than a team member. He was a friend, mentor, and inspiration to everyone who knew him." Tonight, the 100 Club says it will be helping the widow of Deputy Vargas and his 3 young children. They will be given $20,000 for their immediate financial needs. The organization says it'll offer further support after it conducts an assessment of the family's needs. If you would like to help to donate to the 100 Club's Survivors Fund, we have a link on our website, khou.com. Back to you.
Matt, thank you. We've been digging into the suspect's background and found he has a violent criminal history dating back nearly 30 years. KHOU 11 investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski with the details tonight.
Davis's rap sheet ranges from stealing to running from police to committing serious violent crimes.
The suspect in today's deadly deputy shooting has been on the wrong side of the law for more than a quarter century. A 1990 weapons charge and arrest for burglary of a motor vehicle, a 1991 charge for evading police, and in 1994 an aggravated robbery charge for pointing a gun at a store clerk and demanding money. Davis was sentenced to 25 years in prison for that crime. The state confirms he was released on parole in 2015 and discharged from parole 4 years later. Then in 2024, he was charged with aggravated sexual assault. The victim, a teenage girl.
Initially, Houston police said that sexual assault charge was the warrant officers tried to serve today, but HPD Chief Diaz later corrected that, saying today's warrant was actually for an aggravated assault charge out of Brazoria County. Back to you.
We'll take it from here. Jeremy Rogowski, thank you. Now for the latest on the canine shot twice after finding the suspect hiding in a dumpster. Police telling us Rocky is in stable condition tonight. Amanda Henderson is live at Westbury Animal Hospital. Amanda, Rocky is credited with bringing the manhunt to an end.
He absolutely is. And just when you heard officials speaking in the press conference earlier, you could hear the love, the admiration they have for Rocky. And they say tonight, not only did he help bring everything to an end, they say there's no doubt in their mind he also saved lives. Tonight, first responders from across the Houston metro area are lining the street in front of this Southwest Animal Hospital. They're waiting for updates on a U.S. Marshals canine who was shot in the line of duty only a few miles away.
Rocky like the boxer, but better.
Rocky was part of a team doing a secondary search for Sean Christopher Davis, who officials say shot and killed a Brazoria County deputy, Jesus Vargas. Our cameras were rolling when gunfire erupted during that search. Moments after Rocky alerted officials, Davis was in a dumpster. The canine was hit twice, quickly being rushed to a helicopter.
It was instrumental to have a component of having airlift to take dog to service to the closest clinic.
As Rocky's recovering, officials are calling him a hero.
Be it bombs, be it drugs, you name it, saving lives. Those dogs are amazing. They're part of us. They're an absolute benefit to the community.
And he is an absolute hero is what they're calling him right now. From what we can see, there are still officials here on the scene. No doubt they'll be here until Rocky is discharged. We do expect him to survive his injuries. In Houston, I'm Amanda Henderson, KHOU 11 News.
And stay with KHOU 11 News as we continue to monitor Rocky's recovery and honor Deputy Jesus Vargas. We'll bring you the latest on air and online at KHOU.com.
Also